anytime, anywhere with Bank of America. Download the app today. See you soon.
Now, you're local on the 8s.
Hey everyone, it's 1:30. Thank you so much for staying with me right here on Weather Center Live. I'm Kim Cummingham. We're going to be tracking our next storm and see how it does bring the potential of severe storms. Let's take a look at the West Coast right now, or the West, where we have some showers. Believe it or not, there's actually a ridge over the central Rockies, okay? But there's some moisture. It's made it in there from the Pacific, so we're getting a few showers and storms. Typically this time of the night it begins to die down. That's what we're seeing too. And look at our water vapor imagery. You can pick it out pretty evidently when you're looking at the greens and whites. That's the moisture, and you can follow the track of the atmosphere, how it's all going over that ridge. But look what's off the coast. If you follow the spin around this, that cyclonic flow here, and another one to the southwest. These two lows heading towards the west coast, which is going to mean some rain for us. So we've kind of been dealing with the low clouds in the morning, the sunshine in the afternoon around LA. Now we're going to get some rain because of this front approaching us. San Francisco, the same for you, Seattle and Medford as well. Now, it's a pretty warm system, so not expecting a lot of snow in the higher elevations. But it's going to move through, and then our snow levels will drop maybe to about 6,000 feet or 5,000 feet in the Sierra. And we'll watch that northern system as well. The two begin to move out by Friday. Now, out ahead of it, enough moisture that we'll get some showers and even a few thunderstorms around Omaha, maybe into western Nebraska and Kansas. And this is where our severe threat is going to be on Friday. Now, we're not expecting a big outbreak of severe weather. There is a chance of a tornado, spotty damaging winds, and maybe some hail. So folks in Kansas City and Goodland, also here in Wichita, we may be dealing with some thunderstorms that could produce maybe a little bit of hail and damaging winds as well. So again, dealing here in the central U.S., we are looking at the potential of severe storms over the next couple of days. So if you live there, a heads up, and make sure you have a way to be notified. Weather.com/notify, and this could be a great service that could save your life. And you know, this week it will stay stormy, especially in the center of the country. And our coordinating meteorologist Tom Moore explains the type of pattern that we're in and why that means more severe weather.
Well, it looks like a relatively active weather pattern if you live from the Midwest all the way down into Tennessee and South Carolina. Basically what we have is a long frontal boundary that stretches in that area with a jet stream aloft. Trough of cool air will be entrenched across the Great Lakes and Northeast. That's something we did not have much of during the winter. Meanwhile, to the south, it stays warm and dry from Texas all the way through Alabama, Georgia, and parts of Florida. In between, though, is a battleground zone. That's the area where we're going to see lots of showers and thunderstorms starting late tomorrow afternoon and evening from the Midwest down to Tennessee and South Carolina, and then again later in the week when a disturbance comes out into the plains for Thursday and Friday. Kansas and Missouri could see bouts of showers and thunderstorms, some severe, and those will ride along that general jet stream to the east as we move toward the weekend. So all in all, not an overwhelming severe weather pattern, to say the least, but we are going to see frequent bouts of showers and thunderstorms in what we call the battleground area.
All right, thanks, Tom. Tom, one of the originals here at the Weather Channel. 30 years. That's right. May 2nd, our big anniversary. All right, let's talk about the Northeast and how temperatures have been on the cool side. You know, maybe some of you didn't want to put away the winter clothes just yet, or the fall clothes, whatever you want to call it. 44 in Buffalo, 48 in New York City, 47 in Boston. Definitely, if you look off to the left here, we're seeing some of the yellows. It's definitely warmer in the central U.S. with the ridge. Trough over the east, definitely meaning cooler temperatures. That's going to change a little bit. This front is going to begin to move east, and as it does, temperatures will begin to warm up. New York City, 61 on Wednesday. That's 4 degrees below the average, but it's warmer than we were. So we will see temperatures coming up. Now we're up to 63 in Newark. Boston up to 63, about 2 degrees above the average. That's typical once you begin to see a front approaching. Get more southerly winds and you can get warmer temperatures. 76 looks like around the D.C. area. So that moves by. What do you think happens? The cooler air moves back in again. So it's short-lived. Now we're back in the 40s. Now we're in the 50s in New York City. Just in time for your weekend on Friday. The Ohio Valley cooling down as well. Chicago at 48 degrees. On the flip side of this, with the ridge over us, this is where the warm air has been. 80 degrees currently in Lubbock. 80 degrees this time of the night. What is it, 11 o'clock? 82 in El Paso, 74 in Albuquerque. Very mild conditions. And I'll tell you what, how about some record highs? We may see that. Look at these temperatures, 99 in Amarillo, Midland 103. The record's 98, so we're going to break that maybe by 5 degrees. Dallas 91 is the record. We think you're going to get to 90 degrees. That's within a degree of tying the record. Even as far north as Tulsa is where we're going to see some of those very warm temperatures as that ridge begins to move off towards the east. So as it does, expect warm temperatures even farther north in the plains. Goodland, Kansas, 90 degrees. If you're in Casper, 76. And I'll tell you what, we've got word of some ski resorts closing earliest they've done in a long time because of the lack of snow. And when you see temperatures like this in the lower elevations, you know, the higher elevations probably in the 50s or so. So we're not seeing much in the way of any kind of snowfall here. But that's where the warm air is, and even continues all the way up into the northern plains as well. And as it does, we're going to enjoy some decent weather until the front is moving through the west coast. Will begin to come out, and that's when we're going to see that potential of some severe weather. But this is one of the ingredients you need for severe weather, warm temperatures, and we're going to see that. All right, of course, what you've all been waiting for, top 5 videos. Look at this, how beautiful. What is this? We'll let you know coming up.
Ineens zo